Let's go.
Good day. It's Friday, Mr. Carty. 2-0 day on Wednesday. Nice to get that on the go. Happy Friday to everybody there in the chat. This is MLB Prop Picks powered by the Bat on Covers. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, 9:15. Someone's saying any Nick Pivetta props today. Poor old producer Mick will never live down Nick Pivetta. It was on the screen for literally 3 frames, and now it lives in infamy. Salute. Mick Pivetta. Yes, that's it. That's the one. All right, guys, hit that like button. Appreciate everybody there. Comments. You know what you're doing here. You let us know where those prices are going, where things are moving. We got a couple releases today. Numbers are still there. Before we get off to that, let's take a look where you can see some of these numbers. Head over to Covers. Head over to MLB Prop Projections. Sort by game, sort by market, sort by price. Read the full analysis, all from the bat. Beautiful stuff there. As always, find the best prices. Release procedure. If you're new to the show, we'll tell you the book. We'll tell you the game. We'll tell you the market. We'll tell you the player, the over-under. And there is a 23% chance I do that in the right order. I think I'm 1 for like 9 out of the gates already. I seem to be forgetting to say the book early, Derek, so we'll see how that goes today. We got 2 plays. I believe we're going to release them at the same place. And it is amazing to see that Bet365 is still 5-10 points better than every other book across almost every market.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, let's get rolling. Like I said, 365. We got Hard Rock coming in at the next at 10 points off, and then DraftKings and MGM 15 points off. So if you're at those books, let me know. Kind of wait, and we'll see where the buy price is with Derek. But I think there's lots of value on lots of these. So pitcher hits allowed. Okay. So our number's at 15 now. Where do you think that is in terms of your buy price? I'm going to jump over to another book and see if it's there too. Yeah. It was 126, 125, and it just 10-point drop there pretty quick.
I'm probably, it's fine here. If I saw this line originally, I wouldn't have been like, yep, let's do this one on the show. It's fine. We can talk about it, but I think as an official play, let's not do it.
The absolute pain that you feel when you miss 5 points, and I always bring it up a lot. It's just like,
it was 10 initially, and then we lost 5, and I'm like, all right, now we lose another 5, and it's
Now, on our end, when Derek sends it over, I got to be totally transparent. I'm not out here betting it at the number and losing our number. Not that if my bet would change the market anyway, but I'm looking across the board. Kris Bubic, he's plus 105 now at DraftKings. It pretty much moved 10 points, 5 points across all markets.
You know what? We can take it here. We can.
He's back. Let's go. All right, Kris Bubic under 4.5 hits allowed, plus 115. That was a 365. Let me know where your other ones are. Let me know where that price is at Hard Rock. Let me know where that price is at MGM. I just mentioned the 105 at DraftKings. His numbers out of the gates. I know you're not looking at that small sample size and basing everything off it, but 12 innings pitched and 7 hits allowed is pretty good to start the season. And that Cleveland offense, it's really not that great. Like the bottom of that order is not good. You got Manzardo, who is all of a sudden like your number 4, number 5 hitter. It's not a great lineup.
Yeah, the Bat has Cleveland as the 4th worst lineup projected today. And it does have Lane Thomas projected in the lineup, which I think he left yesterday. It's possible he's not going to be in there today. So, and Bubic too he was a guy who was super mediocre his first few years in the majors, but last improved considerably. It's actually gotten a little bit better this year, so it's possible the projection on him is actually a little bit low on his talent. So yeah, I'm good with this. I'm good with this one.
There we go. Reed Phillips in the chat saying the quote from the Royals TV guy in Chris's last start: Kris was boobalicious.
And
there's a few KC guys in the chat. Sorry, Derek.
Yes, no, we're looking at good pitching weather here too. This is the coldest game of the day, 42 degrees, double-digit wind blowing in. So there's a lot working in favor of Bubic here.
JPC Fourth says, DC, do you have an opinion on Bubic under 17.5 outs? Fading him last 2 starts was not profitable. Guy has been shoving.
I probably wouldn't take that today. Again, I think it's possible the system's a little low on his talent. We're talking about how good the matchup is here today. He's, a really good control guy. So probably going to be pretty efficient, especially against an offense that does not take a lot of pitches. I would not. I don't think I'd be on that today.
Very few things frustrate me more than betting under outs and just seeing guys go swinging at first pitch.
Yeah.
And six pitch innings. You're like, it's done. Yep, that bet's done. 6 pitch inning. Yeah. He's going to have to get absolutely rocked. Like, who was yesterday in Colorado? Feltner was in Colorado yesterday. It's just the swings. None out, bases loaded, already at like 20 pitches in the inning. Line out, next pitch, ground into a double play. And you're like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I bet every day, and I have forgotten what it's like to shout. I don't shout at hockey. I don't shout at football much, but I shout at baseball more than anything. You're just guys. You're just like, my least favorite plate discipline, Derek, and it blows my mind. Take, dot, right down the middle, 3-1, right? Take again for strike 2, full count, and then swing at obviously something that's way off the plate. It blows my mind that that's an approach for a lot. No shouting. You have a family. And I try to keep the shouting in. I do. But baseball's just like, come on, guys. Like, put a ball in play once in a while and get that running. Next game. That's it. That's today's rant. Toronto, Baltimore. At 365. Hopefully didn't lose any lines here. Hard Rock, DK, MGM. Same thing. We got 120 at 365, 115 at Hard Rock, 110 at MGM, 110 at DK. That was before we got going here. Okay, we got it. My shouting rant didn't kill the number. Let's go. Baltimore pitcher. Sugano under 1.5 walks allowed, plus 120. Plus 120. It's there. Let me know where it is at the DraftKings. MGM Hard Rock price 2. Second time seeing the Jays in just his third start. 3 walks over 2 MLB starts. Has yet to touch 90 pitches, not more than 16 outs, but you talk about efficiency. 89 pitches, 16 outs last start. Guy who doesn't really fall behind in his counts. And third MLB start, probably a tough guy to price.
Yeah, definitely a tough guy to price because he's coming over from, I think it's Japan, possibly Korea. I think it's Japan. Facing this Toronto offense that is just super low strikeout, super low walk. Sugano. I actually don't know how to pronounce his name.
Sugano. We'll go with Sugano.
Sugano, super good control guy overseas, has been decent in his couple of starts so far. And a couple of people have mentioned it in chat. There is some significant rain risk here. It's probably more likely than not this one is just voided because the game gets canceled. But if they try to play it, maybe we get him pulled with a delay or something. You never know. So regardless, if the game plays in full, it's good value. If it gets voided, whatever. A little bit of maybe extra value if things really break our way and the weather works out so that they can start the game, but then they get a delay. So we'll see how it goes. But the bat's projecting 1.3 walks here, about a 62% win rate on this at plus 120. it looks really good. If you're getting the plus 115 or the plus 110, even if it moves and there's plus 105s, I think they all look good.
Just looking at Kevin Ross numbers here. As you already mentioned, Royals Cleveland, double-digit wins in. Good pitching weather. He's got red-orange for Toronto, Baltimore. He says he won't say no, but if models are correct, probably not playing. Atlanta, Tampa Bay, warm with 10-mile-an-hour winds blowing out. He's got it at yellow to green. Could be some shower storms that approach late game. Orange in New York with the Yankees and the Bronx. San Francisco, light showers around first pitch will turn into legit rain by late game. So maybe that's the one you target for the outs market and hope the rain just enough to get them going, but enough to get your 5 innings in and say that's enough. Cold weather, 10 to 15-mile-an-hour winds in from left. So a very uncomfortable game in the Bronx. And then Boston, Chicago, temps in the low 40s, but that's great. It's just such a gauntlet right now. Like looking at that, like you're like, oh great, I got a great projection here, I got a great number, and it's like, oh no, never get fooled by the weather when you're betting baseball. That should be your first stop. And I know Kevin Roth I don't think he gets his numbers out until right around 8:00 or something. And I'm sure the fantasy baseball community hates him because of it. Like it's not earlier. Like, why aren't you up earlier, Kevin Roth? The man takes more heat than anybody else. But take a look. There's nothing worse than getting hung out to dry on a play where the weather's working against you and you didn't see it.
Yeah.
And you thought you had an edge and you didn't.
Yeah. No, I've had that happen a couple of times where I just don't think to look at the weather and it's like, oh shoot, I shouldn't have done that. It's sure. Important to look.
And I think in our spots too, like it will tell the chat, like if we miss it, we'll just be honest with you, because you could be like, no, it doesn't matter. No, it's okay. No, just be like, oh, whoops. It's a thing that happens.
Yeah, it is.
Roth has Baltimore game in red orange. Yes. Not optimistic in place, but yeah, hopefully they'll try to get it in. What is it? Baltimore. I don't know. I don't think Baltimore's had any rainouts, so they don't have to jam a bunch in. We'll see what it is. But yeah, as for now, the 2 releases there underneath. Producer Mick Pervetta's got them going. Kris Bubic for under 4.5 hits allowed. That one got steamed quick. Someone said in the chat, I don't know if we can trust Josh for moving the number with that mustache. I don't know. I got to get rid of it. It hasn't been a great. It hasn't. I was on Tanner Houck over. I dropped his under outs on Wednesday before you came on and said the over out. So I'm like, oh man, things are going bad. You haven't bet it. No, you hadn't bet an over out in ages. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I like his under here. And yeah, that's the way things are going. But April, I mean, we're still getting snow here on the East Coast. It's getting silly, but I can't wait for that little nice edge when things start to warm up, that 2-week period of people having to deal with some heat in their first starts and some actual hot conditions. Absolutely. Yes, I will be releasing pitcher angles article today. Everything coming from Derek's number. So it's kind of like the scraps. If I can't get it out in the morning and if it's in the afternoon, it's tough sledding because everybody's crushed Derek's numbers by 12 o'clock for sure. It's interesting. Yeah. If you see the numbers, just see them. Take a look at them in the morning. Take a look in the afternoon. Insane influence in the market. But yeah, Friday. Happy it's Friday. I'm sure everybody there in the chat is too. And Derek, appreciate everybody there. Thanks for the best. Like, subscribe, do all those things. Back next week, Tuesday, 9:15. We got hockey coming up at 10. Lots more stuff before you bet as well. Tons of content coming out daily on the Covers X and YouTube channels. I'm Josh Ingles, Derek Carty. This is MLB Prop Picks powered by the Bat on Covers. We'll see you back here next week.